second it wasn't showing. Preview. Music is too loud. Music, go away. How's everybody's weekend? Even though it's coming to a close. No, for some of you, it's pretty much evening already anyway. How's everybody doing? It's been a little bit. What, 2 weeks? Revenge of the 5th. What's up, Night Hoof? Hope your weekend's going well. It's not doing too bad. Spent most of yesterday working on those Star Wars videos. But all in all, everything's turning out all right so far. So Firefly, how you doing? Elizabeth Massey, how you? What's my favorite? Has-Been Hotel or Hell of a Boss? Well, ain't that a question? Because right now, and I didn't think this was gonna happen, I think it's Hell of a Boss. I love the idea and I love the premise of Has-Been, but I don't know, man. Hell of a Boss, like the animation is just so beautiful, and the characters, honestly, there's just so much more depth. It's fucking crazy. I love it. I love them both. Like, don't get me wrong. I absolutely love the whole world as a whole, but Hell of a Boss has consumed my soul in the best of ways. It's a rice cake. Well, my day has just started. How's my day going? I had an alarm set for like 2 hours ago, woke up, and immediately passed back out and had to be woken up in time to take a shower and sit down for this, so whoopsie. But we're here. So like my day was shower, blow dry hair, get dressed, start stream. So far. What's up, Dark Car? Annoying Axolotl, how are you? What's up, Turbalon? Doing good. Revenge of the 5th. What's up, Horse Lover? Oh my god, I love your shirt. Well, thank you, thank you. I got a shit ton of shirts from Shark Robot's stand when I was at Level Up Expo. So I got a rotation that's going to be coming. That is great. I also got some Hell of a Boss beanies that we'll play around with. I'm not sure. I think they're in the wash right now, so I'm gonna have to figure that out. Otherwise, I probably would have doubled up here because I got a Stolus one. What's up, Cosmic Celestial? Hope you recovered from your trip well. My throat and my sinuses are still a little fucked up, so if I sound a little weird or cough or whatever right now, I apologize. Like 2 days after I got back home, it all started congealing a little bit. What's up, Ginger? Love the tea. How was the con last weekend? It was awesome. It was a lot of fun talking to a lot of people, a lot of the fans of the series, and just fans of a lot of stuff in general. Ran into a bunch of people who are, a bunch of people who watch the channel, one of which being Sir Alex Brightman himself, which fucking made my day, my fucking weekend for sure. Oh my god. But yeah, I had a lot of fun. My knees hated me. My knees absolutely hated me though, from all the standing in lines and stuff like that, but I really had a good time. What do you think of that Boys trailer? It looks pretty crazy. The Boys has my interest wholeheartedly again, so we'll see how things go. Hopefully the series, the season itself, maintains that momentum. You're wearing Stolus merch, that I am. Guess what? My B-Day is tomorrow, and I am excited. Well, hell yeah, man. Happy early birthday. What's up, Smigsley? What's up, Dion? Renan? They're not recasting Andre. So he will... Did they say that they are not? Is that something that they've publicly said? How are you? My favorite doctor is Peter Capaldi because he takes the best aspects of New Who doctors and classic doctors and makes it his own. I do absolutely love me Peter Capaldi. He's definitely in my top 3. That's for sure. Rolled credits on Jedi Survivor last night. Probably going to start my playthrough of KOTOR. Your first playthrough of KOTOR. Hell yeah! And many more to come. So many different routes you can take in that game. That's a classic. That's one of my favorites. It's a whole lot of fun. But I absolutely love Jedi Survivor. I'm really curious to see where they go from here. Got any favorite specific Doctor Who episode? Any hopes for season 1? I don't think I'd say I've got any new hopes or anything like that for the new season, other than just have fun and take us on some zany adventures. But as far as favorite episodes go, Vincent and the Doctor is probably one of my favorites, if not my favorite episode of the series. Yeah, I don't know, Blink. Yeah, I mean, like, just off the top of my head, those are the two that I love, I think the most. Just want to stop in and say hello. Hope you've been well and had an amazing trip. Looks like the wait for Severance Season 2 is coming to an end. That is what we're hearing, though we still don't have a date yet. We still don't have a date, but they did say it's not too far away, but I need to know when. Did you hear that they are rebooting the Maze Runner series? I did see that. I've only seen the first one. My reactions on Patreon. It's a full length only though. But I don't know. It's not that old, which is kind of surprising. What's up, board today? How are you doing? Everything's been pretty solid. Okay, got a little sick after the convention, but that's usually kind of to be expected. How did you get into doing reactions to shows? I just used to watch a lot of them. I watched a lot of the old, back in the day, like, movie reviewers and stuff like that, the personalities of the time. There's always something I kind of wanted to do because I just love talking about the shows and movies that I watch, and then, after, getting a little older and not being able to talk about this stuff with my friends as easily as I used to be, I needed to have some kind of an outlet to do that, and I thought reactions was a nice little way for everybody to kind of follow along on the journey and just see the fun and see the review form, and also, for if it's something that you guys have experienced and I'm just experiencing for the first time, you can always get that validation of seeing somebody watch something you love for the first time again. I don't know. There's a whole lot that went into it, but like that's just kind of I just kind of fell into it, really. There's an anime airing recently called Go Go Loser Ranger. It's similar to Power Rangers, but what if the Power Rangers were evil, basically? I need to look into this. I'm very curious about that. Happy Cinco de Mayo and happy 7th and 1st anniversaries to our beloved Guardians Volume 2 and 3, to those who celebrate one or both. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, yeah, yeah. I've been enjoying X-Men 97. Likewise. Do you weightlift with that water bottle? No. I mean, I mean, not that I've been to the gym in a minute because I don't remember what happened. I was going real consistently for a while, a couple months back, and then I just stopped. But I got this because it has hold on. I got it because it has like the amounts on it, and it's like the daily recommended amount of water you're supposed to drink in a day is basically this full bottle. So I got this to try to make myself drink more water just in general, because my intake is usually like 90% Dr. Pepper. What's up, Marcus? Is Star Wars Rogue One still considered the best movie ever? I don't know that anybody ever considered it the best movie ever. I like it. It's definitely not the best movie ever in my book. What's up, Janine? Oh, that's you saying hi to Janine. Samira Sakurabi. Would you ever watch The Owl House? It's on my list of shows for the polls. It is one that has crossed my mind a few times. as far as checking it out, because I've heard it a lot about it, not like anything spoiler wise, but I've heard a lot of praise sung about said show. I've seen pictures from it. I've seen some clips here and there, but it is definitely something I would want to check out eventually. The Boys Season 4 trailer had me hyped. Hope you are well. Started playing my first Fallout games after watching the show, and man, the amount of content is insane. I'm 20 hours into it, and it feels like I've barely scratched the surface. That's one of the things about these open world games that makes it so hard for me to ever finish them, is because there is absolutely so much to do. So Sam is the new Black Noir, right? I mean, I don't know. Someone's in that suit, but I could have swore we saw that new Black Noir before Sam was even on the scene. So I'm not sure. I think I think what you should react to next is season 2 of Hell of a Boss. I'm reacting to season 2 of Hell of a Boss. I don't know what you're talking about, man. I recommend Dead Boy Detectives. Finished it today. I absolutely love it. See, like, I was on the fence about that, and I do kind of want to check it out, but, you know, between that and Knuckles, which was something I had said I was going to watch and all that, but, like, my God, they are not doing well. And that's a lot of effort to put into building out those reactions. More so Dead Boy Detectives, because the episodes are significantly longer. But the time sync does not appear to be working, like worth the effort. So I'm still kind of trying to figure out what I want to do there. Let's see. I wonder if Marie and Emma will be in The Boys Season 4 since they didn't show them in the latest trailer. Well, they were locked up at the end of the last season, so who knows? You know, Kate and Sam were not, and we saw both of them in the trailer, so who knows? Who knows? All the people that did not side with those two are locked up somewhere. Hello, Mr. Riddler. Oh, hello. Can't believe the new Doctor Who starts next week. I didn't realize it was that close. Woo! I meant the trailer of it. I did. I have a video for the trailer of it. I put it up Friday. But again, like I say in that video, and like I've said before, I saw the trailer in an audience live as it was revealed to the world. So the video that's on the channel is a second watch of the trailer, as well as a second watch of that short. Now that Fallout Season 2 is coming, I wonder what story they'll be telling. I mean, they're just going to be continuing the one they're on. Like, it's not like they're going to be switching gears. We're just going to be following these same characters towards New Vegas. So what they're going to do there, though, that's surely the question. There's also another new anime called Kaiju Number 8. Hell yeah. My favorite Doctor Who episode and the best TV episode of all time is Heaven Sent. I wish I got to see that live with everybody else. I watched it when it came out, but it was really before I had an outlet to really talk to anybody about it. I was the only person I knew watching Doctor Who, so I didn't really have anybody to talk about while I was watching the show. I do like that episode quite a bit. Now, I don't know if I would give any episode of Doctor Who the best episode of all time of like any genre or anything, but that's also personally me, despite the show being in my top 10 shows of all time. Am I going to react to Addict's song from Hazbin Hotel? I will eventually. I do have that on my list of things I need to check out at some point. I know right now I know for sure soon we'll be having the Look My Way video coming up on the channel to close things out before the new season starts, or the rest of the season starts rather. Gosh darn it, YouTube, stop deleting my comments. I don't know why it does that shit, man. Normally, if there's a problematic comment or something that YouTube thinks is problematic, it'll let me filter it. Like, it'll just hide it and then be like, do you want to show this or not? But like in the last year, I've been seeing that happen less and less, and it's just deleting comments and not even allowing me to see them in order to approve them. And I have no idea why that is. I honestly don't think Halo Season 3 is going to happen. It hasn't been greenlit yet, so I don't know. I really don't know. I would not be shocked if we don't get a Season 3, to be honest. I also won't be upset if we don't get a Season 3. Hopefully somebody could come in. If we do lose it, hopefully somebody will come in and do it right the next time around. Saw all your posts meeting the hell of a boss and has been hotel cast last week. I'm so jealous. I wish I was there. It was so much fun, man. Like, especially like, I mean, I came from the East Coast and went all the way out there for that. I just, I don't know. I had the ability, I had the means, and I'm thankful and lucky for that. The time off from work and all that stuff to make it work, but like, that's the farthest I've gone for a convention. Previously, it was for File Fest, which was in Minnesota. That's the farthest I've gone for me for something like this. But that was even for my favorite show of all time, The X-Files. And got to meet the creator, had dinner with him and all that kind of stuff. That was a surreal experience. It was so much smaller, way more intimate, but it was a lot of fun. But then, like, I've just been, like, in love with this show as well. I don't know. It's hard because it's split between two different shows, but I definitely think this is going to creep into, like, my top 10. Right now, it's definitely very much so inching that way. But I saw that they were all going to be in one place with Vivian, and as well as it was Alex Brightman's first ever con appearance, and I was just like, they're all right there. Fuck. I'll pull the trigger on that, and I don't regret it. Was it financially responsible? No, but I don't regret it. This is random, but I found a chicken nugget in my school lunch that was shaped like a mouse. It's a sign. Of what? No idea. How's One Piece anime? I'm really enjoying it. I'm really, really enjoying it. I know we took a break on it this week because I was behind on a lot of things. But also it was right, we were right on the heels. The next couple of episodes I needed to watch were filler episodes. So I tried to decide what I'm going to do there. I think right now I'm either leaning towards just watching all of it, like everything anyway, reacting to everything, or I'm like, because the poll kind of told me where people are kind of leaning, so I'm still deciding whether or not I want to go with just go ahead and react to everything, or just react to the main episodes and still watch the filler episodes in my own time, because I've heard One Piece filler is not bad generally. Ended up buying Star Wars Celebration tickets, and I'm very excited. Haven't been to a convention before, and it'll be the biggest trip I've done. Now that's a huge trip. Going to Japan for Star Wars Celebration, I considered it, I thought about it, but I don't know if I can make that commitment. Not right now. Maybe when it's when it's closer, but that would be a crazy, crazy trip for sure. I do want to go to a Celebration real bad though. If you had to choose, what character from Hell of a Boss would you like to see make a cameo in Has-Been Hotel? Stolas. As a prince, as a Goetia, and all that kind of stuff. I think it'd be fun to see him pop up over there in some way, shape, or form. Or just any of the Sins. You know? Asmodeus, Mammon, Beelzebub, any of them come up and hang out. You know, have a meeting with Satan. Or I'm sorry, not Satan. Lucifer or whatever. I don't know, something like that would be cool. But if we're talking like the Prime cast, you know, Blitz or Stolas, I think would be the ones that make the most sense, probably. This is going to be long, but I wanted to play a good Doctor Who game and wondered if there were any, and discovered that LEGO Dimensions seems to contain the best Doctor Who video game experience. So I looked at the game, discovered it also had Adventure Time levels, and I love that show. I knew it was Toys to Life and looked like the game in Toys Online. Where's your other review? Anyway, all in all, would be good for a 300-pound that all I want is seriously considering buying it. What do you think? I mean, if it looks entertaining to you, if you think it's going to fill that gap, and you can, and it's not going to hurt you to do so, sure, go for it. I don't know why not. I wouldn't. I mean, for me, I'd pull that trigger real quick. But also, don't take financial advice from me. Put that out there. I feel like every show is splitting into 2 parts. It just depends. Like, I've seen some of it's been out of like necessity, out of convenience, and out of inconvenience, and sometimes because of certain situations outside the control. But I mean, it used to be a thing for a long time, especially with like broadcast television. Like seasons would always be broken in half. You would always have a mid-season and then a second half of the season later, like with a month or 2 in between each little gap. You'd have first half of the season and the first half of the year, the second half of the season and the second half of the year. It's always been a pretty common practice. We're just seeing it become a little more prominent in the streaming era as well. Thank you so much for the super chat, Superfly. Any thoughts on the Velma show? By the way, love your vids. I've seen clips from it, and I just want to say it's Scooby-Doo is one of those things, like the Power Rangers, where I'm just like, maybe we shouldn't fuck with this, like, too far out of what it is. Like, I feel like it is the most disrespectful thing to the actual IP itself that has been created. I hate it. I hate the idea of it. And I've seen some snippets of it. I've never watched an episode directly. I've not contributed at all to any of the views this show's got to keep it continuing. But my lord, is it one of the most grating things I've ever seen anything from in a long ass time. Fuck that show and everything that show stands for and is doing. Good God, get rid of it. Anyway, like, it's a similar sentiment to like that really hardcore gritty Power Rangers thing that was made on YouTube like years ago, where they were all like on drugs, they were dying, they were fucking sex addicts, they were all kinds of stuff, and I'm just like, no, stop it. No, I can't. Like, there's some things where I think that's fun, like Harley Quinn, that series, I think that plays with the DC IP in a really fun way, in a smart way, in the way that Velma was trying to imitate and completely fails from what I've seen. And like, I don't know, I just feel like some things just need to stay how they are. Like, you could make it like teen, you could like grow it up a little bit, but not whatever the fuck that is, because it contradicts its own shit all the time. Like, it's not, I don't know that I've gotten one laugh from anything I've seen from that show. But anyway, let's go. Moving on. I think you should react to my favorite movie series, which is Fast and Furious. I'm just suggesting it. I've already seen all of them. I've already seen all of the movies. Hell, I just posted a review for 10 when that came out. Saw that the day it came out. I've seen, I've already seen all of the movies a lot. I talk about them a lot. Yeah, so like reacting to the channel really would not be that beneficial. So even when the next one comes out, I'm gonna see it in theaters. That's the way to go. The song Hi Ren has been compared to Schmeagol talking to Gollum, if that interests you at all. I'm not sure if I'm tracking what we are talking about right now. With this comment specifically. What's a gym? It's this place where you go to hurt yourself to feel better about your life. I wonder if they'll start filming on Twisted Metal Season 2. Eventually. I don't know. Have we even got a green light? Has it even been? Yeah, no, it did. They did confirm Season 2 is coming. Which I'm kind of excited for, because that show was surprisingly a lot of fun. So I looked up the game, discovered. Oh, yeah, I already read that. We've been reacting to the Stolas music video before episode 8 comes out. Yes. Yeah, I mentioned that just a little bit ago. And in my videos, by the way, I've talked about that too. I've already set that in stone. That will be happening. Out of all the Has Been a Hell of a Boss cast members, who's the most kindest, lighthearted person you've ever met in any conventions they attend with you? So who's been the most wholesome person to interact with? From the cast themselves? That's tough because they're all really sweet. But I'd have to go with either... It comes down... God, I don't know. It's gotta be either Blake or Erica. Joel and Christina are also in that running. They're all like on the same level. Like Joel, Christina, Erica, and Blake. And I've met them twice now at this point because I met them in Richmond. But I met them and talked to them again just last weekend. Like they are, like Erica is basically Charlie IRL. Joel is also absolutely nothing like Valentino. He's really sweet. Blake is just a ball. He's fun. He's a nerd. He plays D&D. He's a Lord of the Rings guy. And like, yeah, he's a lot of fun to talk to. Christina is just the sweetest as well. Like they all are. Like it's hard to pick just one. It's tough, but if you're making me, if there's a gun to my head, I might have to just go with Erica just because she is simply Charlie. She's just Charlie. Like I understand how they could not have cast anybody else at that point. Have I watched the S.H.I.E.L.D. episode that, for this upcoming week? If no, make sure to read the title first. Why should I read the title first? Because usually titles can give shit away. I do typically do that, but if you're telling me to for sure do that this time, I feel like I shouldn't do that this time. But no, I haven't watched it yet. I'm either gonna watch it tonight or tomorrow. Not sure yet. Okay, I switch accounts. YouTube keeps deleting my comments on my main account. This is Caleb. Oh, I did not know these were one and the same. I did not know you were also Geek Ledger. Holy shit. It's like I've learned your secret identity. Oh, that's kind of funny. But yeah, I don't know. I wonder if it's like, are you like Shadow Man or some shit? I don't fucking know. It's weird. It's really weird. Rogue One is my third favorite Star Wars movie. Watched it yesterday, love it. Plus Diego Luna, yum. Yeah, I can't fight you on that one there because he is indeed yum. And sorry if I correct you with my name. It's Ian, but it's actually A-N. Not sorry. So Turbolian? Turbolian? I'm just trying to understand. Anyway, yes, sorry about that one. Andor Season 2, when? 2026? Or next year. I can't remember if it's next year or 2026. I know it got pushed back. Whatever. Go, go, Loser Rangers! It's amazing so far. 4 episodes are out. And I think you will love it. The show just goes by Ranger Reject. I have to look into that. That sounds interesting. Like a parody is different. You know, Firefly just joined. Well, welcome, welcome. Have you ever watched Adventure Time or regular show? I've seen maybe like 1 or 2 episodes of regular show. At the time, it was not my vibe. And I think that's because it's kind of just like a what is it? A slice of life adult comedy, but for kids. And I think a lot of it, I just wasn't, I don't know. I think when I first saw the show, I wasn't really gripped, or I don't know. I don't think it was my kind of humor when I first attempted to watch it. I feel like if I watched it now, I might understand a little bit better. Adventure Time, I've seen a fair amount of it, but not a lot. And I do enjoy a lot of what I've seen of Adventure Time. Oh shit, my bad. I did not know, sorry. It's all right. There's a lot of content out there. There's a lot of channels people keep up with, but I will point you to my videos because I need that engagement. I need them views. Get out there and watch my stuff. I finally watched season 3 of Superman and Lois, and it's so good. While light on the action and the over-the-top superheroism of it all until the fucking final couple episodes, it was very gripping. It was very, very hard-hitting shit. Now, if you haven't, you can watch my reactions to it. And I cry a lot. Oh shit, I didn't know you were reacting to it now. Sorry. It's all good. I've been watching Hell of a Boss for, what, a few months now? Yeah. I don't want Superman and Lois to end. I don't either, but as long as they go out on their own terms at this point and they actually get to bring themselves to a conclusion that they've decided upon, I'm all the more for it. But rather than overstaying their welcome, it sucks though, because the show's amazing. Again, hot take, I think I like Tyler now. He went from being my least favorite live-action Superman to being my favorite. To me now, after Superman and Lois, he is, I put him above Christopher Reeve. I'm sorry. Don't strike me down, Lord. But yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's how I feel now. To be honest, the Knuckles show was incredibly disappointing. I don't recommend it. That's a lot of what I've been hearing too. I've been hearing a lot of that. But all in all, like usually, I'll give something the benefit of the doubt and check it out on my own time anyway, to form my own opinion. But again, I was looking at other people reacting to it, and man, it is just not, there's just no engagement there. And that's a lot of time that I have to divert into editing and recording and copyright fighting, because it's Paramount and they are assholes. So that'd be a bit of a nightmare. I wanted to, but I had high hopes for the show, but it just seems like maybe it didn't land in the way that I was hoping it was going to. Dead Boy is another thing, though. I don't know. We'll see. I've seen a lot of people be like, one of the reasons it's not doing as well as it should be is because a lot of people say it looks like one of those shows that Netflix would cancel immediately after airing the first season. And I don't disagree. I mean, even though I like the trailer and I like the world, it doesn't seem like an idea that's going to stick, and I hate to say that, but I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. Have I seen The Batman, the 2004 cartoon? If you haven't, you should react to it. It's such a great Batman cartoon. It's my second favorite Batman cartoon series. I've never watched The Batman. I've never watched it myself. I saw some designs from it. I've seen some things, and it didn't really excite me to give it a chance, so I never really did, but I've heard good things about it, all despite that. Was it because they dropped all 6 episodes? I don't think that has anything to do with it, as far as the quality of it. Knuckles wasn't that bad in my opinion. It's not as disappointing as whatever Velma was. See, Velma, I don't even know. I can't even call Velma disappointing, because from the get-go, from the launch, the concept and the execution is just fucking terrible. Tyler H has officially become my favorite Superman. Likewise. No, the show's not that great in my opinion. Don't stress yourself out on me. It's hard not to. I'm like 85% of the time pretty stressed. Have I watched The Amazing Digital Circus? I have not. I watched the trailer for it just because I'm curious whatever the fuck everybody's talking about. I'll be honest, the animation, because I know I've had a lot of people mentioning murder drones and stuff like that, as well as this show, which I think they're produced by the same animation company. I just don't like the animation style. But I don't know, it seems to be popping off. People love it, and I don't know, maybe I'll have to give it a chance. But I would just say, like, from visual appeal, it looks gross. Like, I just do not like the character designs or the look of either show. But I also I don't like 3D animation generally, but maybe I might give it a chance once I'm caught up on everything, just to see what all the hubbub's about. I'm going to see the new Planet of the Apes movie. When does it come out? Because I still need to watch the last one. I still haven't seen the one that came out before this one. Just to let you know, I'm a bit slow on watching your videos, man. Sorry, it's all good. But you need to kick on turbo gear and get into it. I'm on the Dressrosa arc for One Piece in the anime. I'm all caught up on the manga in the Egghead. None of this means jack shit to me, man. I've never read the manga. I don't know. These are words. These are just, to me, this is just like word salad. I don't know what this stuff means, but good on you. That is farther than I am, because otherwise I would imagine that I would recognize these words. But I just finished Lobetown, so I'm probably well away from a lot of that stuff. Oh my god, Dion's got a new queen he's simping over. If Ella Purnell could be my future wife, okay, maybe I should stop being a simp. All these community posts commemorating Volume 3 anniversary with almost every image gets me bittersweet and teary-eyed every time. No. I watched Godzilla -1 recently, and wow, it became the best film of 2023 for me. It's really good. It is definitely top tier Godzilla content. Even, I think it just transcends the genre just a little bit as well. It was really good, man. Really, really good. Ever watched the 90s Fantastic Four show or the 90s Iron Man show? Actually, no. I didn't even know they existed until they cameoed in the Spider-Man series. And I still never watched them. I never even saw when they were on. I honestly cannot tell you a time that I ever saw it actually airing. So I don't know. I don't know if anyone has asked you this, but have you considered Dead Boy Detectives 2 episodes in so far, and I'm enjoying it? Well, we've already talked about it quite a bit by this point, that I'm also 20 minutes behind on the chat right now. I'm satisfied with Bad Batch. It's such a great series that I'm going to miss. It's a shame that it got overshadowed by X-Men 97, which is great too. Yeah, I just wish Disney Plus wouldn't like layer their shows like this. Like, it puts them against each other and it absorbs some of that viewership. It just like and also doing 2 episodes a night, 3 sometimes when it was X-Men and Bad Batch would have a 2-parter, was fucking nightmare for me, man. That shit caused me even, I already sleep barely enough as it is, and that really was fucking me over. I wish it was July 26th already. What is July 26th? Also, I'm upset that Doctor Who hasn't had a good video game adaptation yet. It could easily have a Jedi Survivor-like experience, but with solving puzzles and negotiating or something. It wouldn't be a Jedi Survivor-like game if you do that. Doctor Who would be most fitting as like a Telltale game. Like a narrative-based, conversation-driven kind of game with some investigation elements. It wouldn't work as an open-world action-adventure game at all. But yeah. I've always wondered if voice actors act as certain characters because they relate to them or have almost the same personality. No, generally voice actors, they'll just take a job. It has nothing to do with preference or whatever. A lot of it has just to do with their voice and what they can bring to the character. A lot of it generally doesn't have anything to do with connection to that character in a lot of ways. But, you know, sometimes for certain projects, they can look for a little bit of that bleed over. But it's always fun when they are very close or similar to a character that they're playing. But generally, it's with voice acting specifically, it's usually not that common for that to be the primary looked after thing. My dad says the best 2 episodes of television is A House Divided. The episode basically stated the season finale cliffhanger phenomenon spawned 6 months of speculation on who shot JR. What's that from? What's A House Divided? It's not ringing a bell for me right now. Yeah, I don't know why. Maybe I'm just having a brain fart, but it's not. I'm not clicking right now. Should I watch The Bear? I mean, a lot of people are going to tell you yes. I've not watched it yet, so I don't know. I plan on getting to it eventually. The bear has my 20-year-old hero, Will Poulter, aka Adam Warlock himself. What's up, Rebecca? Walked in on financial advice. You did. You did. Have you seen Murder Drones? I think I answered that question just a couple seconds ago, actually. I have not. I have not. I skimmed through an episode just to see like what the like with the audio off, just to see what the animation looked like. And again, like I mentioned, I don't like the way it looks. So it could be completely different if I actually watch the show. But right now I'm not like hungry to check it out. Let's just say that. Oh my gosh, Doctor Who and Eurovision is the same night. I'm happy bunny. I'm a happy bunny about that. I've never watched Eurovision. Too long didn't read Velma stink. Very true. Netflix is making a live action YA Scooby-Doo show. I did just hear about that. We'll see how that goes. The last 2 episodes of Hell of a Boss are my favorite episodes and has made Fizz one of my favorite characters, plus 2 minutes notice is freaking tune. Yeah, those last 2 episodes I watched back to back. I recorded them back to back, and I think I'm going to release them back to back just to make sure that I'm ready to go once the new episode drops this month. So, yes, Fizz is my favorite character now because of those episodes. Yeah, I love Millie and Moxie, but they're still probably my favorite couple. But Fizz is my favorite character now. And 2 minutes notice is a fucking bop. I've seen the first 4 episodes of Velma, and yeah, it's fucking awful. Cameron Gelman is such a great actor. He is great as Rick Tyler in Stargirl. He should have more acting jobs. I think everybody on that show is really good, and they deserve to be getting some fucking work, man. I feel like the other shows out there are... I feel like there's other shows out there that are god-awful. I mean, yeah? At least Supernatural respected Scooby-Doo with their special. I never saw that crossover, obviously, because I've only ever seen a single episode of Supernatural, and it was because it was the only thing remotely entertaining on while I was in the ER one night. When I saw that they did a crossover like that, I thought that was kind of cool. Hope Netflix does Scooby-Doo right, and make sure that the casting is good. Indeed-only. Olaf from the West Coast. I'm loving how hard X-Men 97 is punching. I like that the relationships are messy, the politics are ugly, and they're stating their thesis outright. And yeah, I love it to death. I love that they are, one, not holding back on a damn thing, and they're being loud about where their stances are, and I love it. I really wish they didn't cancel Eternals 2. They've never officially said anything about the new one or the lack thereof, from what I've heard, but I could also be wrong. Hope we react to Black Cells one day. It's a phenomenal show with great characters. I've heard amazing things about that as well. But it's on my list of shows for the next poll, which we're almost done with Ted Lasso, so I'm gonna have a poll up in the next month or two for us to decide what show takes that slot. So we will see. Yum? What's a yum? I will say that at least the Power Rangers one, you could tell it was made by a fan who loves the show. Velma's a show that seems ashamed to be a Scooby-Doo show. Minnie Kaling banned Scooby-Doo from the show. Oh my god. And the little teaser of what Scooby for that universe is. Oh my god, that fucking is irritating. Anyway, she has a she said, like she has said, the Scooby-Doo will never appear. But then there's that whole like government project that was revealed at some point. Anyway, hold up. I know some spoilers, I guess, that's related to Scooby in some way, shape, or form. I was talking to a friend recently, and they said I was weird for not crying or being moved by some things we watched. And it got me wondering if it is odd. I just don't get very attached or immersed, you know? I don't know, man. There's some things where I'm just like, I don't know how you can't get emotional to certain elements, man. I don't know. Like, for some people, I'm just like, it just makes me question things about you if you don't get a little bit of a reaction to some things. Barry. Looking at you. Not sure if you would, but I think you should react to Bottoms 2 by Glorb? What the fuck is that? And should I not watch Bottoms 1? Blake is hot. Listen, I'm straight, but Blake is hot. Yes. The whole cast is fucking hot, man. What are we talking about? There you go. You guys got a little leg there for a second. Potato, what's up? How are you? What Power Ranger show was created by a fan? I think they're talking about the gritty, dark, the grim, dark Power Rangers live action short that was on YouTube for like a long time ago. I forgot what it was called because it wasn't just called Power Rangers, but it was clearly Power Rangers. Same name, same all that, same, hell, some same actors. Not same actors, no, sorry. They actually had some prominent actual actors in it, but not the same actors from the show. What was that called? All I know is when I watched it, it made me mad. It literally made me mad. Fan film. That's what I should look for. Power Rangers Unauthorized from the bootleg universe. Yeah, that was it. Power Rangers. I literally just forgot what I said. Where'd it go? And now it's not in the... There it is. Power Rangers Unauthorized. Thank you. Should be the... If you type in... Hold up. If you just do... I think it just comes... Yeah, if you do just Power Rangers fan film, it's the first thing that comes up. 25 million views. Potato. This is what I don't understand. Whenever my favorite characters die on a TV show, I sometimes cry. And don't cry. I don't know. I just feel bad. I mean, it depends. It depends. It's got to be earned. The build up and the way they build up to something, like the way they work it in and craft it into the story sometimes. Yeah. Sometimes that helps a lot of it. What's up, Evil G Minion? How are you doing? I think my main account is too new. I got a new email address after losing access to my student email account, so I had to create a new YouTube account. Just might be flagging the account as potential spam. That makes sense, actually. Hopefully, keep using it, it'll kind of back up a little bit on you. Regular show is great, definitely recommend it. Regular show is awesome, hell yeah. If the account was under like 3 or 6 months old and it flags comments as potential spam. I mean, that makes sense, I guess. Hope this is not a huge spoiler. In the Acolyte trailer I saw about Dead Jedi. No, that's the whole premise of the show right now. Is a series of Jedi murders are being investigated. All I wanted to say that out of all the React channels I've seen, your take is always the best. Keep up the good work. It's not always the best. I have some dumb takes sometimes, but I wouldn't say dumb takes, dumb theories sometimes. But yeah, I appreciate that. I just I know I'm not the funniest. I'm not doing the ha-has. I don't have all the charisma and stuff like that, but at least I try to analyze emotionally the themes, and it'll just let the shows work their magic on me. I don't I don't know. I feel like I take some things a little more seriously than a lot of people, and maybe it's not what a lot of people look for, but yes. Anyway. I just watch show and I cry sometime. I watch show, I laugh sometime, and then just dig into the meat of what the fuck is going on. Is the Severance show considered like a sci-fi show? Yes, it is considered a science fiction show. I will watch your Superman Lois reactions, and I cried to a lot of them. Hell yes. Give me your tears. What's up, Thari? Weirdly enough, sometimes on my first watch, sometimes what I witnessed is just so intense that I don't know how to react to it, or I don't react to it fully in the moment, or I can't like register it. So sometimes I react harder when I'm editing. Like there's been times where maybe I teared up a little bit in the reaction, but then while I'm editing it, it just hits me even more, or I watch somebody else's reaction and then I get even more emotional than I even did the first time I watched it, which is weird. Sometimes that happens. Do you think after the Hellverse shows you might check out some of the other indie animation? I can recommend Murder Drones and the Amazing Digital Circus, but there's so much more that I haven't seen. I've been considering it. It's definitely a thought that has crossed my mind for sure. Hope you're wrong too. I want season 2 of Dead Boy Detectives. We'll see. How much are we allowed to speak about 97 plot and speculation today? Because I want to talk about how the episodes tie together, but if no spoilers, I'll hush. My rule on TV shows is once it's out, we can talk about it. So, and it's also been a couple of days, so who cares? The only thing I bar spoilers on is a new movie that has come out, like a big new movie or whatever that just came out the day before we are streaming. That's the only time I'm like, let's not talk about the movie yet if no one's seen it. Like, a lot of people likely have not had time to go out to the movie theater and see a thing. If it's in your house and it's been a couple days or even the next day, I don't really care. So, spoiler wordings as needed, but feel free to talk about whatever you want to talk about. If you don't want X-Men 97 spoilers, though, dodge Summer's comments. Can't wait to hear Keanu Reeves as Shadow in the third Sonic film. Still an interesting choice. We'll see how it pans out. Am I going to watch the second episode of Amazing Digital Circus? I don't know why I would watch the second episode when I haven't watched the first one. But maybe eventually, if I start Amazing Digital Circus. X-Men 97 is just peak television. It is right now, for sure. It's my favorite Peter Capaldi comedic 12th Doctor quote, minus her face is so wide she needs 3 mirrors. Or you have a lot of horror movie called Alien, where a lot of you are... What the fuck? You lot have a horror movie called Alien. No wonder you keep getting invaded. Where's the second half of your thing? It's really offensive. It is. I did like that. That was a really funny one. But I'm gonna be honest, like I can't really think of any off of the top of my head. If you want to know what I mean by the huge spoiler, I can send you over Instagram 2 pictures out of the trailer. I mean, it's in the trailer, right? The nod is it just something that's in the trailer, or is it like a leak? Because if it's a leak, I don't want to know. Like if something's been announced that hasn't been revealed yet, I don't want to know. But if it's just something that was in the trailer, I don't care to look at it. I probably won't go see that horror movie Tarot. I've heard it was awful, by the way, but who knows? I mean, the trailers look bad. Oh, Lucifer! What's he got? What's up, Quackers? Comes out May 10th. The Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Gotcha. Hell yeah. Love Adventure Time so much, as well as their spin-off shows. I highly recommend them. There was a spin-off show? What was the spin-off show? I know there was like a revival, I think. If someone is simp-worthy, it's Sally Mae. Dude, that Sally Mae episode was so fucking heartwarming, man. Oh my goodness. Right there with you on Dion and Lucy. Dude, Lucy's... Just watched Rise, Down, War of the Planet of the Apes, all in one binge. They're all amazing. I think Dawn. Why did I say Down? Dawn is my favorite. I've seen I've seen Rise, Dawn. I haven't seen War. Right? That's the only ones that are out right now. Was this one coming out? It's the 4th one, right? Am I right, or am I missing one? That's fair. Digital Circus is interesting to watch. I think what they sell at is they use CGI to their advantage, unlike most shows that use it as a crutch. So if you are into 3D, pretty great. At the time of reading this, I am gone, but you're right on Murder Drones. It is made from the same makers of Amazing Digital Circus. Let's see. Yeah, trying to keep up with all the shows on here and life and other things. I can imagine you'd be pretty stressed. I'm not very good with advice, so all I can say is eat more mangoes. I don't know if... no, I've had mangoes, but, like, I can't tell you the last time I have. So maybe I have to take your advice and invest in some mangoes. I feel like I crush on every female celebrity. I feel like that's a problem. I don't know. You love women. You support women. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, man. It's like every day you're talking about a new crush of yours that you got going on, and I mean, I can't blame you for half of them, man. Or any of them, really. First look at Homelander in Mortal Kombat 1 today. It still breaks my heart that they don't have him voicing it, and I don't know the behind-the-scenes reasons why they didn't even reach out to him about voicing the character. It's a little weird. Has that ever come out? A little weird. Yeah, after I finished the story mode for Mortal Kombat 1, I tried to play I don't remember what the other mode was called, the adventure mode, after the fact, and it's just so grindy, I just could not. So I haven't played that game since maybe the week that it came out. Have I watched Rick and Morty or Solar Opposites? Solar Opposites is a no. I did watch the first 2 seasons of Rick and Morty, and then I just couldn't watch it anymore. It was one of those situations where I was so annoyed by how much it was infecting my life, I couldn't escape it. Like, on the news, you were hearing about Rick and Morty fans. Like, they were fucking riling people up. And plus, the fandom at the time was really obnoxious. I couldn't avoid it at the stores. It just started to get to the point where I just couldn't stand to look or hear anything about it. It's calmed down a lot since then. So I don't know if it's ever going to be one of those things I eventually go back to. But I know, like, at some point in Season 2, I don't even know if I've finished Season 2, to be honest. But I just got so fucking annoyed with the entire IP. Mostly because of the fandom. Dallas, maybe? Dallas? It's from the soap opera Dallas. Never heard of it. I've never heard of it. With regards to voice acting, you just think Tyler Hoechlin plays an amazing dad and hero in Superman and Lois, and then he is the voice actor of Sephiroth in Final Fantasy Remake and Rebirth. Yeah, man, you have people that just completely flip on roles, dude, like that. That's crazy to me. When I made that realization that our current Superman is Sephiroth. Okay, that makes sense. It would be pretty difficult to find someone who actually matches the character's personality. Very difficult. Very difficult. Adam Warlock was hilarious in Guardians of the Galaxy 3. I could have done without him, to be honest, in that movie, but I like the movie all the same. Hot take, I freaking love the Flash movie. Love seeing Michael Keaton as Batman again. So much that after I watched the Flash, I watched The Eating Mind and Batman Returns. Glad you enjoyed it. I thought it was okay. I had a good time. It was alright. But I still just... It was too much of a mess for little old me. The enjoyment that I had did not mitigate the shit show that I found the movie's structure to be. But my favorite bits of the movie were pretty much most of the Michael Keaton stuff. Like, Michael Keaton, this was the best Batman I got from him. I don't have any future wives, but If I can get future children, they would definitely be someone like Young Rocket, Lila, Teefs, and Floor, who I call my canon babies ever since day one. No, that's cute. Eurovision's a lot of fun. I'm not even sure what it is. I thought it was a concert. What even is it? I don't know. I slightly disagree with that. An open world Doctor game where you fly around in the TARDIS and find areas and use the Sonic to open secrets and solve big Dalek plot. Yeah, I don't think that would work. Maybe in a time freeze and you have to traverse Earth at different periods of time and make things in the past to change the future. I think it could work, but maybe a game in the universe makes more parts, but a game in the universe and not play as the Doctor, like Torchwood game or something like that. I don't know, man. I personally think it could work, but that's just me. Logistically, like that, I mean, what you're describing doesn't even sound like Doctor Who to me. That's just my take. It doesn't sound like Doctor Who. Like, and it doesn't sound fun. So, I don't know. It doesn't... I don't know. That's just personally my vibe on that. Like, it just... I can't think of how that could actually make a cohesive, good experience as a gamer. So, I don't know. But to each their own, man. To each their own. I paid very much monies to watch you. I'd pay very much monies to watch you react to Eurovision. Is this a show or is it a concert? I thought it was like a concert. I'm confused. I know there's like a movie Eurovision, but I don't know if that's what we're talking about here. Especially old Eurovision. What the fuck? What about the Look My Way video? Like I've said many times, it's coming. Have I heard the Look My Way song? Not yet, but I will. It's coming. My guess for the next hell of a episode is 23rd, you know, releasing on the full moon. See, that's what I'm hoping, because that gives me enough time, but I'm not confident enough in that guess to hedge my bets and hold off on my release schedule. That confidently. But yes, that would be my best guess, is that we will get the full moon episode on the day of the full moon. Maybe in a time... Oh, I already read that. Needs. What are you all talking about? Good God, what the... See, milkmaids. Janine, Rebecca's calling Janine a diamond. Not even slightly. What is going on? I think we're talking about Cella. Lordy, the Polish milkmaid. Anyway, what's up, Noober? Really like the... Oh, Tales of the Empire. I had to figure that out again, because I keep forgetting the abbreviation, or whatever you want to call it. I kind of let down by the Barris stuff. I feel like the Morgan stuff was actually flowed better. Barris deserved a whole season of these tales. I don't disagree that I would have loved to have seen an entire season of Barris's journey. But for me, personally, I thought the Barris stuff was infinitely more interesting than Morgan's, but that's just a personal preference for mine. I didn't dislike Morgan's stuff. I just feel like it wasn't as layered as some of the other stuff that was going on. Sorry, more Pauls. Oh, I already read that one. Favorite Final Fantasy? 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. Scooby Natural, you can probably watch on its own, I recommend. Okay, maybe I will one of these days. When is Mad Max 3 reaction coming out? If you want me to send you the 2 pictures of the trailer, please confirm my chat invitation. I will take a peek at that later. But as far as the Mad Max 3 reaction, that'll be tomorrow. I gotta finish reviewing the edit later tonight, but should be out tomorrow. I am forever indebted to Hell of a Boss and has been for bringing me to you. I absolutely love how articulate your thoughts are, and you seem to be an honest, stand-up, awesome guy. Thanks for serving us. Aww. Thank you so much. I'm glad it's bringing a lot of people in. Hopefully, you can check out some of the other stuff as well, because I got a shit ton of stuff, movies and shows, but no, not everything's going to be for everybody. I understand this, but at least you are here for Hell of a and has been. And we got more of that around the corner, and I cannot wait. Cannot wait. What Marvel character is so underrated that it needs to be in the spotlight more? Ben Reilly. Ben Reilly. Dressrosa arc happened later on in One Piece during the post-time skip, and Egghead Highland happens later on in One Piece after Wano, and you are in pre-time skip since you are finished Logan Count. So yeah, I got a long way before I get to any of that. I was wondering if you could react to the final Countdown Wolf map. What? It's an animation based on a book called Wings of Fire. Kind of like a trailer for the book, but made by a bunch of fan animators. I mean, I could look into it, but I can't guarantee I'll have the time to check it out or anything like that. Leg. That was when I was showing some legs. Scandalous. Hell yeah. Calm down, everybody. Calm down. It's not like I'm showing feet or anything like this. What's up, Shell? I'm new to your channel. Excited to be here. Welcome. Barring, situations in the real world or being out of town or anything like that, usually we have these little community chats every weekend, generally on Saturday, but Saturday being Star Wars Day and having Tales of the Empire and all that shit to work out, it was a little too difficult to, there was just too much I had to do yesterday, so I just, rather than cancel though, I moved it to today. But generally, it's at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Saturdays is usually when I start these things, but it's, well, a little bit. Happy to have you here. Welcome. What brought you in? PR unworthy. I cry at most things. I get emotionally attached to fictional characters. Oh, I do that all the time, man. Jesus Christ. Actually, Rita from the original show reprised her role in it. Was that her? I know for some of the other people, they just got different, they brought in other people in there. Maybe that's why I didn't recognize or realize at the point. I'd be a shitty reactor watching something the first time. Lets me cold, gets me cold emotionally. Look my way, has me in tears after the third time I've watched it. Hey, sometimes shit just hits different, man. I really enjoyed watching Dead Boy Detectives on Netflix despite it being part of the Sandman universe, which I didn't find enjoyable at all. Wow, really? See, Sandman I thought was the greatest show that came out that entire year. That was my favorite show of that year. That I am, so much so that I immediately, like, having concluded the show, bought the entire collection of Sandman comics. God, these things are heavy. Like, yeah, so like, I don't know. The only thing that interested me in Dead Boy Detectives after it stopped being a Doom Patrol spinoff, because it was originally going to be a Doom Patrol spinoff until Doom Patrol got canceled, was that they connected to the Sandman, and then in the recent trailer, you actually see Death from Sandman in there. I mean, they're both by the same writer. I mean, there's both from the same creator and all that kind of stuff, and still the same pocket of DC. They are still both DC properties. But yeah, it's I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm glad you enjoyed the show though. The second trailer though that they released, the last one, was actually a lot of fun. You know, that actually perked me up on checking it out. But again, those episodes are longer, they're chunky, they're meaty, and I checked out some other channels that are watching the show, and it is not doing well. So it would be a massive commitment for a little return, sadly. But I still want to watch it. I still want to support it though. But I don't know. I can do that, I guess, in my own time, I guess. But I don't know. I'm torn. Did I cry when I saw Godzilla -1? I think so. I'm pretty sure I did. I'm pretty sure I got teared up a little bit. What was Alex like? Oh, he's a lot of fun, man. Super chill, super nice. Again, I was very taken aback because when I walked up to his table, it's much like when I talked to you guys about the Paul Sung-Ung Lee thing. I didn't even get out a word yet, and he was like, I know you. And I was like, you do? He's like, I do. And you don't even have to tell me where. I know. You're Omni from Omni Media. I watch your videos. And I was like, what? Dude, I was like, but yeah, it was it was a little weird. I don't know how to react to that, but it was cool. I kept running into him too. It was like cosmically weird, cause the second day after that, cause he was the first person I went to, cause I figured his table would be insane, so I wanted to just go ahead and get him out of the way. So he was the first line I got into the first morning of the first day of the convention. And then on day 2, he I had shown up early because I wanted to get in Vivian's line, because hers and Brandon Rogers' line were always the biggest ones. And I wanted to get in early so I can get in the front of the line. I'm already got a VIP pass, so like, you know, it's just me fighting with other VIPs so I can wait as little time as possible. But I got a whole ass hour early before the lines even started, and I left my fucking phone in my Uber. He had dropped me off across the street from the convention center at the Marriott there, and I had to ask one of the receptionists to borrow their phone so that I could call Uber and get the driver to bring my phone back. While I was waiting in the lobby, I ran into him again there, because since it's right across from the convention center, I assume all of, if not most of the guests were staying at that hotel. And he came out, and we talked for a little bit. And then, yeah, it was just weird, because I was just sitting there waiting on my phone, and he was just walking in and out of the lobby, and I was like, and we chatted for a little bit. And then on Sunday morning, we just crossed paths as he was heading to his table, got a little fist bump and a high five from him as he was walking away, and then I went and saw him one last time at the table officially, got a video recorded, which I will actually be able to post later. So that's a little sneak peek for you guys. So that's going to be coming. Actually, if you follow my Instagram, you can already see the video. I've got it up on in my highlights, but I have a little thing that I'm going to include in one of the upcoming reactions that I got from him. But anyway, he was a lot of fun, super nice, super cool. Would love to have him on the channel. I don't know if he's watching this, but anyway. Whew, yes you do. Should watch One Piece. Wait, I am watching One Piece. Love your laugh, it's infectious. Long tangent aside, and they didn't set me too far back on the chat. Let's see, I really need to watch Young Jedi Adventures. I need my Star Wars fix. Well, that's, I don't know. I don't know if that's going to be, I still have never watched Resistance, and I have not watched that. I'm not sure that I will, though. Lost track of how many times I've said this. Oh, what, the watch One Piece? Or are you asking, should you watch One Piece? Like, should I watch One Piece, or should you watch One Piece, Mark? Hello, how are you? Sorry to ask again, but did you see the Stolas music video Luke my way? This is like the third time this has come up in this chat. I've addressed this in the actual reactions, which tells me some people maybe are skipping the intros of my videos and just going straight to the reactions. Are you telling on yourself? I will be reacting to it. I still have not actually recorded that yet. Brom bom, hee hee ha ha, are plentiful, be kind to thyself. It's your Jim from The Office facial expressions that crack me up. I don't know what that means. What does that mean? I've seen a single episode of The Office, and it was like they were out of the office and going around. I think I just remember there was a lot of Steve Carell in the episode, and there was barely any actual office stuff. Watched it in a hotel room. I don't remember it all that well because I just put it on to go to sleep. Never seen a full episode of The Office. Today's Luffy's birthday. Happy birthday, King of the Pirates. I don't know what I just did there. What was this? Why did I tap my head? Why did I tap my head? What was I doing? I think I was trying to do like hats off to you, but then my brain turned off halfway through the gesture. I don't know, man. I barely touched this shit too. I wanted to love The Flash as much as Ginger, but I couldn't bear this vendetta about the CGI iconic characters in the 2013 Barry Allen. Yeah, I'm still really pissed off about the Grant Gustin stuff. That shit pisses me off. It's so annoying. Oh my god. Anyway. Oh my god, what if Alex Brightman is watching this live right now? I doubt he would watch the lives. I wholly expect him to tune in for his episodes, because the next two are the Fizzarali centered ones, which are awesome. Like that, those two back to back are a powerhouse set of episodes, and my god, was I just emotionally, like, I don't want to say wrecked through a bunch of it, because there's so many emotions that I went through watching those last two episodes, but we'll see. Have I watched Gotham TV show on Fox years ago? I have. I have a review of the finale, as well as a rant about the finale, I think. To catch up on Bad Batch, that should hold me over until Acolyte next month, and then July, I'll watch the Young Jedi Adventures. I would say Young Justice. Then in August, it's Star Wars Outlaws. Oh yeah, fuck. Which means I definitely need to finish Rebirth before August. I should be able to do that. I usually well up but never cry. I can count on one hand the many times I've actually cried watching stuff. I sometimes qualify like welling up, like getting misty, getting some moistness of the eyes. I kind of count that. Like full on like tears streaming down my face. That doesn't happen that often, but it does happen. What's up, Sixy? By the way, Love's Lies Bleeding was an amazing film. Would you react to it after Mad Max 3, maybe? I may. We'll see. After Mad Max 3 will be our community pick, which the winner is True Lies. So that will be the next one after Mad Max, but I might slap that in there afterwards. 12th Doctor, London. What a dump. I don't know why that always makes me laugh. I think Magneto is infected and he's under Bastion's thrall, so to speak. I think there's going to be a callback to episodes 1 and 4 where Jubilee and Roberto fought him together sans the other X-Men. That would be interesting. I don't know. We'll keep an eye out for that. Fiona and Cake was the Adventure Time spinoff, by the way. I didn't know that actually got made, to be honest. This year had phenomenal shows like Shogun 97, Fallout, and The Ones Who Lived. So far, so good. We're eating pretty solid right now. How different would the MCU be if Warner Brothers bought Marvel, and how different would the DCEU be if Disney bought them? The DCEU would basically be a full-fledged operating universe that we have finally gotten so fed up with because of how good it used to be that everything is just not hitting that same height anymore, and there's too much of it, and we're just like, guys, calm down and focus on some quality. And if Warner Brothers had Marvel, they would still be trying to figure out how to fucking make a movie. I'm annoyed that Doctor Who will be at midnight in the UK, but 7 in America. I get that America equals larger viewer base, but I'm British and annoyed. I mean, to be fair, midnight's when most things release anyway, and it really puts us in a stink for me. I'd rather it release at midnight here than 7 in the fucking morning. Oh no, it's in the afternoon. Okay, never mind. Yeah, no, they definitely loved us more. Anyway, I was like, hold on. I was thinking 7 in the morning. I was like, yeah, we're screwed there. No, I'm totally fine with that. Totally okay with that. When does it come back? What day? What day does Doctor Who return? '11, which is Well, that'll be fine. That means I will have to rush our Saturday streams while Dr. Ho would be a different. I wonder if there's a porn parody called Dr. Ho. If there's not, why is nobody on that one? That's such an easy layup right there. But if it's coming out at 7 here, now is it 7 Eastern or 7 Pacific? If it's midnight for you guys, then it's got to be Eastern, because we are 5 behind you guys. So that would make sense. So that means I would need to finish by 6 in order to catch it on time and record everything. It's gonna suck. Adventure Time had a mini-series of 4 episodes after the main show ended and had another spin-off show in 2023, and it got renewed for a second season. I thought the one in 2023 was like a revival. I mean, I guess that counts as well. Distant Lands and Fiona Cake. Yes, okay. I've heard of Distant Lands. I know the characters Fiona and Cake, but I didn't know that they had their own show. If Deadpool and Wolverine's Marvel intro isn't them singing the MCU fanfare, I'm a riot silently in my AMC recliner chair. You elitist. Dawn is by far my favorite of the Caesar trilogy, but War is the best parts of both. The characters focused on the rise with the production of Vaughn. Dawn. I'm just not reading shit right at all. Since that last X-Men 97 episode, are you on Magneto's side? Here's the strange thing. Here's the sad thing, too. When he did that, like, can you imagine how many... any of these humans that got converted into Sentinels, I assume they died. Can you imagine how many people and mutants he just killed, too? In cars, in planes, trains, buses, hospitals, anybody on life support, and he just EMP'd the entire world. Think about that. Phantom Menace release has made $50 million so far and has now re-entered the top 50 highest grossing movies list. That's awesome. I wanted to see it, but I just didn't have the time this weekend, sadly. Thankfully, I saw it the first time it was in theaters. But anyway, if I watched the Lucifer show, I have not. I have not. It's one of those shows I really want to watch one of these days. I mean, I am going to pre-time skip until the Marine Ford arc, the Main 9 arc. Sorry for that. All good, Marcus. All good. All good. For sake, 6:20 p.m. is the episode. 7:05 is the episode 2. Oh yeah, I forgot they're doing a double drop. Ugh. So next weekend, we may have another Sunday stream. just saying. I'm just so horrified by how relevant 97's politics are to gestures to the entire world. Really do be cooking over there, and I'm here for it. It's so good, man. I made Sephiroth on The Sims 4. He's a great dad. Decent baker, too. Fucking nerd. That's hilarious. Eurovision is an idea, a concept, a state of being. Music competition of European countries plus Australia. Bonkers and weird and brilliant. Well, that sounds entertaining. Netflix did a film with Will Ferrell about it. That's what I remember. The fucking fever dream of Europeanness. Interesting. Imagine if Deadpool was in DC Comics. I think every character would hate him. A lot of characters would probably dislike him, yes. It's a contest. X-Men 97 is so good, do you think Marvel might make it a live action with all the success that it made? Probably not. I think that'd be a bad move. I do hope that the success of this show provokes them to revitalize the Spider-Man animated series and finally give us a proper conclusion to that. By the way, Tom Cavanaugh is going to be in the final season of Superman Lois. Is he going to be in the season, or is he going to direct in the season? I would not be shocked if he directed. Eurovision Song Contest. It's countries from around Europe sending singers to compete for the best song. See, that's what I thought. I thought it was like European American Idol, but a concert, but like a big event kind of thing. I guess the only Doctor Who game I can comment on is Edge of Reality, and the game left a Doctor Who game-sized hole in my brain. What do you think a Doctor Who game could work like? I mean, like I said, I think the best way to capture the Doctor Who experience would be through something like the types of game that Telltale makes, where it's this adventure narrative-driven game. You have the discovery element of it, the investigation element of it, along with the conversing, like navigating the social elements of everything. I think Telltale would work the best for Doctor Who, personally. Now listen to Janine and Ginger. They're answering properly, and not me being an obscure twat because he. I appreciate it, Rebecca. It's okay. It's okay. Don't come down on yourself too hard. I was gonna say, don't come on yourself too hard. Fuck. Anyway, don't know the role yet, but just likely a minor character. Who's your favorite Stranger Things character? Hopper. Big Papa Daddy Hopper. Hopper's my favorite fucking character, man. I adore that lovable man. Oh. Fuck, you want to see me ugly cry when, well, I won't say anything just in case you haven't watched Stranger Things, but in season 4, when our guest character of Favor died, man, dude, I was a mess. Main skin, terrible spelling, but I'm not sure what it is. Won over 1 year and then became famous worldwide. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, shoot, sorry I asked. I didn't know you're way up there answering questions. Never heard you say anything about it. Yeah, all good, AJ. All gay. Like people coming in here for the first time, sometimes not exactly sure how to operate how the stream goes. Dude, it can get bad. The thing that really screws up the timeline is I go on tangents. If somebody says something and I just go on a whole tirade, and then I just get further and further behind. There's been a time where I was like a full hour behind before, but thankfully today's not that bad. It's not great either, though. Yes, it's out of the trailer in the pictures. Yeah, sure, that's fine. I'll take a look at it. Is it on Instagram? You want to just slap it in? Well, I don't have a spoiler channel for this yet, so I don't have a channel for it in Discord. Just send it to me on either Twitter or Instagram. I'll take a peek at it. I watch Eurovision every year, and I love seeing my UK eat shit every time, pretty much. Polish milkmaids were basically exactly what you just thought. Nice. I remember that from Eurovision. That was a great watch for no reason. Marvels versus the Birds of Prey from the movies. I mean, if they're fighting, the Marvels would destroy them. Like, it's not even a competition. But I enjoy Birds of Prey as a movie leagues more than I enjoyed the Marvels. This year has been good for shows, and most have been okay. A real standout has been Shogun and Fallout. I legitimately want to see their stories continue. Likewise. It's interesting, though, with the popularity and success of Shogun, they might actually go beyond the book. Thankfully, the book is just adapting history, so there's a lot of that follows these events that they could actually utilize to continue the story, but we'll see what happens. Gotta say, Tales of the Empire was pretty fun. Love the first episode. Gotta love the Night Sister lore. Likewise. Agreed about Sam Ryder. Is there a conversation I'm missing on because I don't know what that is. Is YouTube auto-modding the word binge? The word binge? Well, it lets you type it this time. I don't know, man. Again, if it came in and it's not, like, I'm not seeing any flags in my chat that have been redacted or removed or anything else unless it was deleted by you guys. I couldn't even tell you what the song even was with those milkmaids. What? Was it like meeting Brandon Rogers and Richard Horvitz? I've always wanted to meet those two guys. Brandon Rogers was hilarious. It's funny how he can, like, switch on his, like, shit-talking persona. He can just, like, turn it on. like the flip of a switch, because he was like super, like I told him like, hey man, I'm new to this show, I absolutely adore this shit, like I was talking about, he's just like, oh really, thank you so much. And I was like, he was like super sweet, and then I was like, can you roast my audience? And he was like, hell yeah. And then he just switches it on to that video I put up on Twitter, which immediately backfired because it was supposed to be him ripping the audience, and it ended up being him ripping me. Which honestly ended up being that much funnier. Richard Horvitz, though, is an idol of mine, man. That guy his voice has been in my life since I was 5 years old, back in 1993, with Alpha 5 from Power Rangers. And then from there, a multitude of voices just immediately coming to mind. Daggett from Angry Beavers, Invader Zim, Billy from Billy and Mandy, now this, and there's a lot in between, but still, it's just crazy. And the fact that he's the voice director on these shows, like he's the director of like the actors and everything, like he's very involved in the production of both Has Been Hotel and Hell of a Boss. So like he's got, I think this is his first directing role as well, which is, I could be wrong about that, but like it's just crazy. But I got to share that love and that adoration. He was just super sweet and respectful. His wife is a D&D nerd, got into that in the pandemic, so like while I was waiting in line, waiting to talk to him, I was just chatting with his wife about D&D, because there was a guy in front of me who, AZ Stolas, I follow him on Instagram, follow that account. He made a homebrew and has kickstarted a homebrew Hell of a Boss Lululand D&D one-shot. And it is really well put together. Because he was showing that to the cast, and I was right behind him. And that prompted the whole D&D conversation, because once she heard D&D, she started perking up. And we started chatting about that, and it was super fun while we were waiting. Anyway, fun stuff, fun stuff. They were great, man. Us forming a mini Sam Ryder fan group and was not on my bingo card for today. Jesus, this YouTube auto money is excessive. I just want to say Tales of Empire is great. Well, at least this one got through, thankfully. Also, check out Fall Guy. It's as good as you'd expect from Leech, and not as good as Bullet Train, but still very good. I don't know. I might hold out and buy it when it comes out, and then maybe do a reaction for it. Having the Hell of a Boss fan base guess which day Full Moon would come out on is tiring and desperate at this point. I mean, I'm just talking like marketing wise, like it would make logistical sense if it came out in, or at least very close to, the actual full moon. Like if I was running the show, that's what I would do. Other than that, like as far as I know, I'm just new to this whole shit. It could literally come out whenever. So that's why next week I'm just going to shotgun the last 2 episodes out so that they're out in the wild before that. Are you excited and ready for House of the Dragon? I am. Really looking forward to seeing how that concludes. Any shows you think Doctor Who fan would like? I need something to watch besides Who. X-Files. Because X-Files and its format pretty much inspired the Doctor Who revival and everything after that. Admittedly, this is out in the wild, man. It provided the groundwork for what Doctor Who is currently, and what you could argue towards it as well. But anyway, I might also be a little biased, but X-Files. The X-Files. Much older, but my God, is it worth it. Also, would you want to watch Cyberpunk Edge Runners? It's a 10-episode Netflix anime series, and it's definitely a ride. I've heard really good things about it. Never played the game, though. I never played the game. But I need to check out some of those other things like that. Castlevania. There's a couple others on Netflix that I really want to get to eventually. I'm excited for the live-action He-Man movie coming in 2026. I'm going to say live-action He-Man. Probably not. Until I see something about it and it looks good, we'll see. We'll see. I'm excited to see what comes next for the animated stuff, or whatever follows Revolution, rather. And yes, that is an Appa. you see despair too. Neil Gaiman, who also wrote and helped make Good Omens, book and show. Very true. For X-Men 97, I think Rogue was having a phantom infection she got from when she touched Gyrick and is battling that in her coma. Figuring out how to overcome the programming is how they defeat Magneto. Ooh, that's an interesting theory. What's up, Hunter? What Marvel group / team from the comics do you want to see in live action? You know what? As much as Sony keeps trying to make it happen, I would love to see a Sinister Six. Why not? But next to that, I'd probably say Young Avengers. Alex sounds really cutio. He really was. He really, really was. Meant in Dead Boy Detectives. Oh, okay. I gotcha. Gotcha. Avengers or X-Men? Who would win? Probably the X-Men, to be honest. Resistance is good. Gets off to a rough start by the end of season 2. Oh boy, it got good. Maybe one of these days I'll finally check it out. It's a compliment. You convey so much emotion with a look sometimes. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Hey, bro, you gotta see Merlin. You will love it. I think Merlin's on my pull list, so we'll see. Maybe one of these days I'll get to it. I've heard good things about it. I think he's referencing the fact that Jim constantly looks at the camera and makes us surprised or annoyed faces. Okay. That I do quite a bit. Tipping imaginary hat mixed with fancy dancing. Kinda. A little bit. It's kind of what it turned into, isn't it? Merlin is such a freaking amazing show. I've never heard it said that in the intro. That's why I asked. I miss things sometimes. But thanks. No, I know. All good, AJ. I just never take what I'm saying seriously. I love to poke fun. I like to tease. I'm never meaning to be mean. Just take that into account. What anime show have you heard of that is great but never watched? I haven't watched Jujutsu Kaisen yet, and I haven't seen Demon Slayer. Those are two I hear about a lot. And My Hero Academia. I've seen the first episode. I've never watched anything beyond the first episode. Those three I hear about all the time. I just never watched yet. But I do want to get to them eventually. Apart from Eminem as my favorite couple, I also love Biz and Ozzy. I also have a video I want to share with you guys eventually in regards to literally that dynamic, those two power couples right there. Nothing crazy, but it'll be fun. If you're on my Instagram, I think I posted that one. That felt personal. I don't remember what happened. But it'll be BBC iPlayer, so you can watch it anytime. Dr. Ho and his female companion. Dr. Ho, he's in that the guy from Torchwood. Nice, Summer, nice. There's definitely has to be a Dr. Ho for sure. Dr. Ho is in the adult version. Speaking of which, the scene that gets me Punisher's monologue in the cemetery in DD Season 2, Berthol's best scene as an actor on my appearance. Yes, that's such a good one, man. So good. A lot of probing with that sonic screwdriver. Oh my god, the screwdriver is just a Hitachi. Magneto was right. Indeed-o. I'm no fan of live-action remakes of animated movies, but I think with the new Iron Giant would work real well. Feels like the world needs to chill the fuck out, and this film's message is all about that. Definitely. I'm right there with you on that one, Craig. I think The Phantom Menace is in theaters until Thursday. Okay, so I may still have time. I want to see it on the big screen when I have the brain capacity to understand what's going on. After this week's X-Men 97, I'm with Magneto all the way. I kind of am too, not gonna lie at this point, just for the fun. Anyway, well, it was my birthday on Friday. Super cool. We got a double upload of Hell of a Friday. Well, happy birthday as well. Happy birthday indeed. I'm glad. I hope you enjoyed. Apparently, that episode is like the least favorite in the entire fandom. I liked it. My personal least favorite episode is probably Cherub, which I still enjoyed, but that's the weakest for me out of all the episodes that we've gotten. Rogue told C. Rogers Cap to get to get that do-nothing crap out of here, and she flung the shield. That was fucking hilarious. Yes, Kavanaugh will direct and act in an episode. Hell yeah, let's go. It's gonna be a fucking Harrison Wells, though? Or just someone new? We know they got some doppelgangers over there. But that wouldn't make sense, because all of them got absorbed. Well, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Rebecca is now auditioning for Doctor Who. Oh my god. I think a Life is Strange style game would be perfect for Doctor Who. That's what I'm talking about. That's like the type of game that Telltale makes. That would be perfect for Doctor Who. Like it focused on a companion discovering the Doctor and his adventures. On season 3 of the 90s Spider-Man, just saw Murdoch and Daredevil pop up. It was so cool. Hell yeah. I'm a simple man. If I see Will Poulter in a movie or show, I instantly watch it in a heartbeat. Hell yeah. Opie, hey. I don't know what that was. That turned into something else. That wasn't as Austin Powers as I wanted it to be. To be honest, when Pelion showed up in the Tales of the Empire, I thought he was Yularen, and then someone else to voice him. Once he showed up, yeah. When he first turned around, I thought the exact same thing until he started to talk to Morgan, and I was like, no. This is Pelion. I was like, wait. Yes. The phone game, The Lonely Assassins, was super fun for Doctor Who. Just too short in my mind, but worked really well. There's also a small tie-in to it in the game Edge of Reality. Interesting. Steve's my favorite, going from jerk ass to becoming a mother hen. Love his character development. Steve is my second favorite character. It goes Hopper, Steve, and then probably Nancy. If we're just talking primarily the main cast. Yeah. Not as messy as you guys are. Lol. Okay, if I rank the Arkham games, it goes City, Origins, Night, Asylum, VR games. Out of the narratives, I personally believe that Origins, while weaker than City, has the best story in DLC. That's all fair. That's fair. For me, it's probably Asylum, City, Origins, Night. Some good vibes. He's Googling it. Yes. Look at the milkmaids. Shogun is unfortunately a miniseries, no season 2. Except that the producers, the people running the show, are talking about and entertaining the idea of a season 2. Like, they talked about it. It is something being talked about within the studio itself. This isn't just fan people talking about it. So, we'll see. We'll see. We don't know. I'm fine with Shogun not continuing. I'm also fine with it not continuing it, but they are talking about possibly continuing it. Sam Ryder sung for us a couple years ago and came second, which for the UK is rare. Subtypical goldfish. You think X-Men 97 would work if I haven't seen the OG show? I hear good things, and some say you don't need to watch it, but sometimes it doesn't matter. A good bit, you can just technically start fresh. I think you can go into it without having seen the original stuff. Like, there's references to it, but I don't know if it's wholly heavy on the nostalgia element of it necessarily. If you've watched it, there's a lot of shit. But like, I don't think it's completely necessary as it is for some other things. I also finished Invincible Season 2. It's good, but I prefer my superheroes to be more black and white in terms of the morality. Also, when Peter Cullen showed up, it definitely took me out. Because I thought he was going to transform and roll out. It ended up rhyming. That's kind of funny. It depends. Invincible, the entire premise is about the realism of being a superhero. Like, the realisticness. It's not a satire like The Boys. It's not a deconstruction or like thesis against the whole concept like The Boys. It's not cynical like The Boys. The Boys is a wholly different thing. Invincible is like, what if superheroes were real? And takes that approach. It gets messy. And I get that, though. I get that. It's like if everybody's... Well, no, never mind. Yeah, I was going to say it's like everybody's Batman, but it's not quite that either. Birthday was yesterday. Happy birthday. I'm a Star Wars baby. Glad I like Star Wars, or that would suck. Watched Phantom Menace Friday, then Attack of the Clones yesterday, then Revenge of the Sith tonight, and then Tales of the Empire. Hell yeah, man. You got a whole weekend planned out. Hello, quackers. Happy belated to good vibes. Fall Guy could be a good reaction. As much as I enjoyed the theater experience, it is a reaction-worthy movie only. Hell yeah. That's kind of what I thought. I saw an interview with Jeremy Jordan. He said he almost forgot he recorded Has Been and was a little confused when everybody freaked when he was announced as Lucifer. Interesting. Yeah, he seems to just kind of be in his own little bubble outside of all of this. You know, obviously he's got The Great Gatsby going on, and that's what he's doing a lot of his time promoting. And he's not in a huge amount of the show, but he's become a sleeper hit with the entire fan base. And yeah, he probably doesn't really realize what he stepped into. Like, he's one I'm holding out for to show up at a convention, because he hasn't been at a convention in like 8 years from what I've seen. So we'll see. Hannah Waddingham is in The Fall Guy. Really? I don't remember if I saw her in the trailers. That's interesting, though. A Smile on the Mask as Acolyte is wild. Heard people talking about how having a fight with that they think the Myra will... Heard people behind it talking about having a fight that they think rivals the Maul one. It's going to be a scene, all the Jedi in the Forest, right? Hey, it might be. It might be. But I know when they said that comment, all your fucking little, like, sensitive nerds got real pissy. Edge Runner's one of the things that make me cry. Not just cry normally, but full-on mental breakdowns. So basically right up your alley. We'll see. Should I buy the X-Files box sets of seasons 1 through 9 or 1 through 11? Okay. 1 through 11. Even if I don't really care for 10 and 11 all that much, well, fuck it. Just watch it. For somebody just like, I don't know. Oh, the cynical part of my brain was like 1 through 9. That's all you need. But I don't know. I need to rewatch 10 and 11 because I have not rewatched them since they aired. But I can't exclude any X-Files because the Monster of the Week episodes in 10 and 11 are all really good. It's just the mythology episodes that I have issues with. The main plot episodes I have some issues with, but yeah, 1 through 11, fuck it. I have it. I have the 1 through 11 one as well as the 1 through 9. I've got both of them. Who'da thunk? But yeah. Also, the Cyberpunk game is very good after they fixed all the bugs. Yeah, I almost got more intrigued about playing it before all the bugs got fixed because it sounded like chaotic as hell to play. Seeing as you've seen them all now, what's your favorite episode of Hello Boss Season 2 so far? No spoilers. So far, the final, like episode 7, is probably my favorite episode. Yeah. Followed immediately by episode 6. AVX is all determined by if Gene and Professor X are on the same team. That is also very true. Highly recommend playing Cyberpunk 2077. Got a 2.0 update, overhauled the game, and its disastrous launch update. It's got Keanu Reeves in the main game. DLC has Idris Elba. Do you think that Buffy the Vampire Slayer should be rebooted or continue with a new show and a new Slayer? Well, there's a reboot in the works with a new Slayer. But I would say just a new Slayer. Also, you should watch Chainsaw Man. I hope it's on your poll. I think it is. I'm pretty sure it is. I do want to watch that. I saw some killer Chainsaw Man cosplays at the convention, man. Rip Bernard Hill, Titanic Captain Theoden of Rohan. Such a sad loss. Born in my hometown of Liverpool, UK. He will be missed. Oh, R.I.P. Damn, what a legend. Really hope we see Cal and Marin in either live action or animation, as long as their storylines mean something. Likewise. Likewise indeed. What's up, Aiden? Happy Revenge of the Sith Day. Likewise, right back at you. Besides Furiosa and Kingdom, I'm specifically hyped for If, which is another Ryan Reynolds movie, before Deadpool 3 involving imaginary friends. I've seen the trailer for If. Looks cute. As a hardcore Star Wars fan, that the prequels were slightly before their time, seeing Episode 1 in the theater was amazing, especially seeing Duel of Fates on the big screen. Hell yeah. The third Godzilla X Kong crossover is not confirmed, but it's a project in the talks right now, with Wingard expecting to return. Yep, that's what it is. I watched Aliens this morning, and, like, for the first time, Tales of the Empire was good, but Tales of the Jedi was better. I agree. Can't wait to watch Godzilla X Kong again when it's released on digital on the 14th. I am not reminding you why I told you to behave. Fair enough. I don't know if Sonata would continue. He's such a big star. I mean, hell, if it came back around to it, I'm sure he would be there for it. What's up, Tari? Thought they said no more Shogun because the story is over and they don't want to make stuff up. Well, they're not making stuff up. The show is based on actual history and actual historical characters. The names are just changed. The events are things that actually happened. So there's a whole framework that they could build up if they wanted to. But I don't know. We'll see what they do. You don't really do your schedule for the week anymore. Not that you need to, of course. I keep forgetting about it, man. I really keep forgetting about it. Oh, yeah. It's fine. It doesn't change that often, though. I love the idea that you've forgotten. People just start saying, "Hey, bitch!" out of nowhere. He's probably super confused. VA can record stuff years in advance and not be surprised if they forget some of the stuff they've been in. It's very, very true. And he's not as involved as everybody else either. So, like, it makes a lot of sense that he would have recorded something and then just, like, forgot about it. What's up, D. Cole? More Lucifer and Has-Been, please. I'm sure we will. He's got his own room in the hotel now. I'm sure he'll be way more prominent in the second season. X-Files reactions when? You always talk about it so much it sounds like it's time for the rewatch. I mean, again, I've talked about it. I've brought it up. I've entertained the idea, but I'm not sure how well me rewatching something on the channel would actually go. What duets would you like to see in future Has-Been? More Vaggie and Charlie. I would like a Vaggie and Charlie one for sure, just beyond the reprisal of More Than Anything. Another one with Angel and Husk. Pentious and Emily would be a fun one. Now, Husk and Alistair would be an interestingly dark one if we tackled that. Or an Alistair and Lilith one if we learned that whole fan theory ends up being true. I don't know. Finally able to catch some whining. How you doing, Heather? It has been a hot minute, hasn't it? Speaking of physical media, when are they going to release Star Wars animation on physical? We don't have the complete collection of the Clone Wars, and I love Tales and Bad Batch to be released. Dude, who knows? Visions would also be cool. I have no idea, man. They're very different than the actual history even then. I guess the names are changed, but there are stuff that has changed. It's not that difficult. I wouldn't imagine so, as long as you stick to what the big points are. But I understand the risk there. I'm totally cool if it doesn't get a second season. I'm just saying. Studios are going to studio, you know? See a success and try to capitalize. Something that doesn't make any sense to me is how some people would walk out disappointed with Godzilla X Kong and think it's a little stupid to its action scenes or Looney Tunes level stupid. It's like I mean, you only really get that from anybody who's never really watched any Godzilla movies, man. You probably had that a lot from people who was like, their first Godzilla movie was -1. And that is a small fraction of what the Godzilla franchise is. You could bring in someone who hasn't seen it, but that would just be a fun little podcast. Well, you could try to maybe force my brother to finally watch it or something. I watched them before, but ages ago, so rewatch sort of. Don't really remember them. Both are very good. I love Alien and Aliens, just like with Terminator, man. It's one of those series where after the first two, really couldn't figure it out after that. I wish more shows would just be happy with a good single season. Not everything needs expanding. I agree with that. I do agree with that. I would fully love a Buffy Universe series follow the story of the Frey comics. It's set in a cyberpunk far future and follows the last vampire slayer Frey. I mean, that sounds interesting. It very much so does. The brother you tried to stab. I didn't try to stab him. I slashed him with a katana. It's very different. Very different. And again, his fault. Totally his fault. A duet between Val and Angel. Ooh, yes. That would be fucked up. Hell, a Vox and Val one would be good. A Velvet and Val would be good. A Velvet and Vox would be good because they seem to be really the two in the group that pull the strings, while she's the only one kind of really holding everything together. Val just kind of seems like their fucking wild ass, rabbit ass pet. And we've officially caught up to the Chad. I want more Camilla too. I love her voice. Likewise. Definitely. I'd like more of the overlords in general, because there was a handful that didn't even get to talk. I hope in Helva, since we're getting Sinsmas and we're having a collection of the Sins get together, I hope, and I don't know if legally if there's any issues with Has-Been being owned like by Amazon and shit now, or well, A24 technically. I hope there's no legal strings that they have to get through, or nothing too difficult for them to get through, so that we can have all of the Sins in one episode and have Lucifer show up in in Hell of a Boss. I also managed to catch Alien Remastered in theater. I wanted to see that, but I was out of town when that was going on. I wanted to see that one so bad. I love Alien and Aliens, man. You could even have cameos of vampires from the original Buffy series as older versions like Angel and Spike. It's very true. I can imagine a Vox and Val duet in the future. More than likely. We will probably get one. I'm excited. I know Sam Haft, because I talked to him a little bit, because he was one of the guests that was at the convention. He's really excited about the music for season 2. The lead I'm getting in is I think they think that the season 2 soundtrack is going to be even better, which I hope. Which if that's true, that's crazy, because season 1 soundtrack is fucking wild. But I can't wait to see what we get into with it. Cannot wait. But we've reached the end of the chat. It is 1 till 6. I'm going to give it a minute or two to just see if anything sneaks in. But it looks like we will actually get to close out on time today. Which gives me plenty of time to record some of the last things I need to do today. As well as I got to work on that Mad Max 3 thing. Lucifer and Lilith would be one. I wanted to put that out there, but I'm not sure if we'll get the face-to-face from them right out of the gate in this season, or not, if that's something they're going to hold off on. But I would love that. We're going to have to wait so long for season 2. I don't think we're going to have to wait as long as we think. But maybe next year, though, is my guess. If I listened to the Buffy audio drama that came out a little bit ago, I have not. I definitely have not. Yes to another Sunday stream next week. Well, is very, very likely at this point. But guys, we've made it. I'm gonna call it here. I'm gonna get some food in my tummy and get back to the work on the channel and all that jazz. And thank you all for hanging out with me. We'll see what happens in the future. I'll make sure to keep you guys updated. Make sure to keep out on the community tab and all that. Real quick, Noober asks, are you going to check out Furiosa on time? I will probably, because I've reacted to the entire franchise, wait for that to come to digital so I can react to it as well. It would just be weird to watch everything and then have one movie just be a solid review. So yeah, I'll forgo the theatrical experience because for consistency's sake. But I will definitely be checking it out. But see you guys next week. Hope you all have a great remainder of your weekend and a good week in the interim. And I'll see you all in the next Whining with Omni. I don't know what that was. We've never done that before. But anyway, take care, everybody.